Hey guys, what's up? Welcome back to my channel. I'm Ivy, and today I'm going to be talking about The Novice by Taran Matharu. So this book follows Fletcher, and he's 16, and he is living in a village called Pelt. He is a blacksmith's apprentice, so he isn't very rich, and he's an orphan. This blacksmith took him in from when he was a baby. And one day, this traveler comes through the village selling a bunch of stuff that he claims to have acquired on the front lines of the Orc War. And Fletcher befriends this man and ends up in the possession of this book that belonged to a summoner. Summoners are people who can summon demons from the world called the Ether. And so Fletcher decides to try out summoning, and only certain people have the gift of summoning. Well, you guessed it, Fletcher has the gift of summoning. So he summons a demon, which he later names Ignatius, and that's it right there. So cute, I know. And so he summons this demon, and then he gets attacked by Didrik, this really rich kid. And to defend himself, Fletcher, knocks Didrik out, but then he ends up having to run away from Pelt because that's, really bad. He just knocked out, the richest kid in the village, and surely he'll be punished. So he has to flee, and he ends up at Vocans, which is this school for summoners where they train to fight in the war against the orcs, and he makes new friends there. And yes, it has great politics between races and classes, and it has an interesting world and interesting magic and demons and good characters, and this book is really interesting. So at Vocans, we meet a bunch of really cool characters. Well, first of all, we obviously have Fletcher, who is, really brave, and he's determined to do well and to prove himself at Vocans, which is great. And he is loyal to his friends and to Ignatius, his demon. I love Ignatius, he's so cute. And this book is basically a cross between Harry Potter, Pokemon, and How to Train Your Dragon. It's basically all three of those books in one, which is pretty cool if you ask me. We also have Othello, I think that's how you pronounce his name, I'm not sure. But he is a dwarf, and he is one of the first dwarfs in such a long time to go to Vocans. And so he's really cool, he's really proud to be a dwarf, and he wants the dwarves to make peace with the humans because the dwarves and the humans haven't really been agreeing lately, although the dwarves do know, they're the ones that know how to make firearms. No one else knows. So that's mostly why they still have this alliance, this uneasy alliance between dwarves and humans. And then we have Silva, who is the best character. She's an elf, she's a noble elf, and she is the first elf in forever to go to Vocans in hopes to make peace between her people and the humans, and she is awesome. She's really, really spunky and brave, and I love her so much. We also have Ignatius, Fletcher's demon, and he is adorable, and he's so loyal and cute, and I love him so much. I've said so much a lot. But then we also have Tarquin and Isadora, who are the noble snobs, and they hate the commoners. And yes, also, in the past couple of years, it has been the first time that girls have been able to go to Vocans in a while because they are desperate for battle mages. So that is it for the non-spoilery section of the video. If you have not read this book, leave the video now because, like I just said, I'm about to spoil it for you. So goodbye to people who have not read this book. Well, Fletcher is at Vocans, and he's starting to befriend people. Genevieve, Rory, wow, struggling. Othello, and so he's making some friends, and they go into town, and then Silva, who is not friends with him, is about to be killed by a mob, and so Fletcher and Othello manage to save her life. And that's a thing. They save her life, so then the three of them bond over that, and they go back to Vocans, and they keep training, and then, what's her face? Lovett, Professor Lovett or whatever, she ends up in a coma after going into the Ether, and and then, so a new teacher comes after Lovett goes into a coma, and he favors the commoners, way over the No, he favors the nobles way over the commoners. There we go. And so there's just growing tensions between, like, Tarquin and Isidora's people and, like, Fletcher and Rory and Genevieve and stuff. And so, yeah, that's a thing. Okay, so it's revealed that orphans that are summoners are most likely noble-born because, like, a bunch of nobles were just, like, having kids with other people. So Fletcher is most likely a noble, and most likely what's-his-face's half-brother, Arcturus or something. I was not really happy with that. I wanted the author to keep Fletcher as just, like, a normal type commoner kid, because, like, too many of these books, fantasies, are like, yeah, you're special, like, you come from something special. Like, you can be special without being a flippin' nobleman. Like, the whole point of the book is that commoners are just as good as noble people, yet they still had to make Fletcher noble. Anyway, so we figure that out, and then we hear that Tarquin and Isidora, like, their family is, like, plotting to do something bad. I can't exactly remember what. Has something to do with Sarah's family, though. I know that. And then Silva and what's-his-face, Fletcher, witness the Dwarven War Council, where Othello convinces them not to go to war against the humans. Thanks, Othello. And then they have to save all the dwarves from the soldiers that are there, because I'm pretty sure the twins tipped them off about that. So, yeah. So they stop them. Everything's cool. They're getting ready for the tournament. And then, like, Rory and Genevieve and the other kid, Atlas, I think, they, like, find Seraph and Othello and Silva and Fletcher training alone, and they're, like, really mad, so then they kind of, like, break up, and it's like, oh, well, that stinks to be you. We're cooler than you, because we've been training. Tournament comes, and they're like, we have to beat the twins, because we just have to. So they beat the twins, and, like, Othello doesn't fight Fletcher because he's already hurt. And he knows Fletcher will win, so he just surrenders, and Silva's, like, all, like, bleh. And then Fletcher, like, kills what's-his-face's Rory's might. He doesn't kill him, but he, like, hurts him really bad. And he feels really bad, but Rory's like, you're a jerk. But then Fletcher wins the tournament. It's great. The twins have been defeated, and happy. But then when Fletcher... Oh, let's talk about how Fletcher won. So first of all, he had that dream of, like, the battle, and he sees the tattoo on, like, the orc's palm or whatever. So he's like, I'm gonna get a tattoo. So he gets that tattooed onto his palm so that he can, like, do the magics without, like, etching or whatever. So he's just like, wow. All he has to do is, like, do that. And so he has that, and then he also gets his, like, scrying stone fixed, like, an eye patch, because the one dude wouldn't give him a big one because he's a commoner. And so he does that so he can see, and he uses his tattoo thing, and that's how he wins. It's great, because he was, like, struggling in school, but he was kind of clever and smart, so he figured out ways to actually do well, even though he wasn't, like, the best at the magics and stuff. So that was cool, and he beats them, and then he won, and everything's happy, and he's gonna be on the King's Council, and then... and then he gets arrested, and that's how the book ends. He gets arrested because they figured out what he did back in Pelt, and they come to arrest him. And this is how the book ends. This little jaunt is over, Fletcher, Rook snarled, his breath hot in Fletcher's ear. You're going back to Pelt. I need to read the sequel, like, right now. This book was... I gave it a 3 out of 5 stars. It was okay. I did like it. It just... There's something... I don't know. I liked the racial, like, the tensions between the races. That was great. The tension between the classes was great as well. The world was good. The school was good. Like, the magic, all the demons. That was interesting. I just found this book to be kind of slow at points. I felt like I was waiting the whole time for something really big to happen, and, like, we got the tournament and, like, the Dwarven War Council. but I just felt like there was something, like, not, I don't know, it just didn't feel like enough to me, but it's okay. The characters I did really enjoy. I really liked the diversity, and I liked all the demons. They were really cool. I enjoyed it, but like I said, it felt kind of like a typical fantasy to me. Although, I don't know, it is different, but I don't know what was wrong. I gave it a 3 out of 5 stars. I did enjoy it. I'm definitely reading the sequel because that ending was insane. Yeah, that's it. So thank you guys so much for watching this video. I hope you enjoyed it. Yeah, this book was good. I mean, yeah, I liked it. So I am going to read the sequel, most likely. Yeah, I'm gonna. I have it, so I might as well. But thank you guys so much for watching, and I'll see you guys in my next video.